Hello, my name is Kevin Doody, if you don't know me already, and I'm a welder. And I also like to carry knives and EDC stuff in my pockets. Now, when I was first getting into the EDC knife carrying world, I had a lot of questions as to what were the best things for a welder or someone who does a similar job. As a welder, there are sparks, slag, hot fire, and things flying everywhere. I was wondering kind of what I needed to do to make sure that things in my pockets were protected from that stuff. So I had a lot of questions, and I kind of just figured it out by myself. I didn't find a whole lot of good videos on other welders that were into EDC. So I just, over the last 3-4 years, tried a lot of different styles of knives, flashlights, wallets, pens, everything. And I've got a really good system down now that has really been working well for me for about a year now. So I'm going to show you what that is. So there are a few things that I have on me literally every single day that I work. And some of the items can change out, like the knives switch up a bit, but pretty much everything else, the flashlight a little bit, sometimes I'll switch it out once in a while, but these things are the same every day. We have 2 knives, a flashlight, a Leatherman, a couple different pens for different purposes, keys, wallet, safety glasses, and watch. That's my core EDC. Let's start with the knives. So, like I said, those switch out a lot, but I always carry 2. I carry a locking knife, frame lock, liner lock, compression lock, and a slip joint. The reason for that is I love slip joints. I like the setup of having my main locking knife clipped on my right front pocket, and then inside my right front pocket I'll have a slip joint and a slip. So my right front pocket is my knife pocket. Both are in there. Now the reason I like to have 2 knives is I like to have a variety of blade shapes on me. I like to always have something with a really nice low tip for precision utility cutting, a Wharncliffe or a sheep's foot. Always like to have something like that on me. And then the other knife will be something with some belly, where the blade has some belly, because that's really useful for certain types of cutting as well. So today I have the Spyderco Ikuchi for the locking knife, and my slip joint is the Jack Wolf Vampire Jack. This isn't a sheep's foot or a Wharncliffe, but it's got a really low tip. This is a spear point, so it's going to be great for utility cutting. So you can see 2 very different blade shapes here, both good for different things. Next, my flashlight is pretty consistently a Streamlight wedge. This is the mini wedge, or the Wedge XT. This is the flashlight that I have enjoyed and liked more than any other light that I've ever tried. It has a lot to do with the profile. It's not cylindrical, it's rectangular. It fits in your pocket way better than a round light. And the clip. This is a fantastic pocket clip. It's a clip that you would see on a pocket knife. Same thing. Deep carry, nice and thick, goes in and out of the pocket really, really nicely, and I just love it. This flashlight's amazing. The charge lasts forever. I really only charge it like once a month, maybe twice. The Mini has the tail switch with a low and high mode, nothing crazy, just simple. The charging port is on the side here, and that's something that as a welder, or there's other jobs where this would be a factor as well, but on a lot of lights the charging port is on the back right here. So as it's sitting in your pocket, that's just exposed. And I was having trouble with a lot of like metal dust and shavings falling down into the charging port, so I would often put a piece of tape over that if I was carrying a light with the charging port back here. The reason I like carrying the mini wedge is it's on the side. so it's not constantly getting filled up with gunk. Now the full-size wedge does have a charging port on the back, so when I was carrying the full-size wedge, I just put the tape on it. So this has been my absolute favorite as a welder. Yeah, the wedge is fantastic. Now I carry a Leatherman every day, and I'm pulling this out of my pocket multiple times a day. I use the shit out of this. I started out with a Leatherman rebar, got a lot of use out of it. It was really great, but I wanted to have tools accessible from the outside. So I jumped up and bought the most heavy-duty Leatherman there is, the Surge. It was big, really heavy, beefy, and a lot of good tools on it. But it was heavy. I wanted to scale back a little bit, and I've settled on the Wave Plus. This has been my Leatherman for, I think, around 6 months now, and I really, really like it. It's basically a Surge that has been shrunken down, a little less tools, but the same concept. It's beefy enough for everything I need to do with it. Replaceable wire cutters. I'm not going to go through all the tools, but you have 2 blades accessible from the outside, a wood saw, and a file as well. I use it all the freaking time. I don't carry a pry bar. If I need to pry something, I use the flathead here. Yeah, I can't go out without a Leatherman. I just can't. I need to have it. And I carry it in a leather sheath on my belt. The sheath it comes with is nylon, but I pay extra and get the leather ones. I much prefer that. Pens. So for regular writing stuff, I carry this this mini pen from Big Idea Design in brass. It's got a titanium clip, kind of a bolt action kind of pen. They actually come with a Damascus button here that you can put on if you want. It's really small and compact, and for just regular writing stuff, I really like it. And I keep it clipped into my 5th pocket right there. Now, as a welder, I'm always marking stuff on metal, and you have your soapstone, which is basically like a chalk for writing on metal. Shows up white. It's got a clip, you know, retractable, replaceable soapstone holder. But for precision stuff, I have found that a thin tip Sharpie is the best. They don't last super long, because sometimes the metal will be oily and it kind of messes up the tip. But for precision, thin tip Sharpie. For not as precision, regular tip Sharpie. So these are the 4 writing utensils that I always have on me. And I carry those right down here. I always have Carpenter pants on, Carpenter style pants, so I like having the pocket down there. Now for my keys, I have a homemade key ring leash kind of deal. Clips right here, leather leash down to my keys. I had a real bad experience a couple years ago where a key fell off my key ring and I lost it. So from then on, I've started using these clips from Night Eyes. The thing clips into here and then clips down into the secondary area where it can't get out from. It's locked in there. So this has been a really good system for me. I have the central ring. If I want to use my truck keys, I take them off. Got my truck key, shop key, mailbox key, and also an Olight IR2 EOS. This is a really great, tiny, tiny little keychain flashlight that is rechargeable. I really like this thing. Hardly notice it's there. It's bright, it's tiny. So I get out of my truck when I get to the shop, clip the truck keys back on there, and then I clip off my Keybar Junior for opening up my toolbox and all the stuff on my truck. I love the Keybar. This is the titanium one. same clip on this. And this is just the best way I've found for me to organize my keys. To get them out, you just kind of pull on this and they pop out. Sort through which one you want, close it up. I have 6 keys on here right now, but you see I have extra threads, so I could probably fit at least 2, maybe 4 more keys on this. Titanium, it's pretty lightweight. I love it. My wallet is a homemade wallet. This is called the Doody wallet. It's basically just a card holder, but with a strap around both sides to carry your cash in. It's really nice and tight. I've never had cash fall out of here. I hold about 1, 2, 3, 4. I hold about 5 cards in here. You could do 6. And if you want one, let me know. I make them. Different color leather, different color stitching. This is a natural leather here on the strap, and you can see how nicely it's darkened and patinaed. Just these wallets break in so nicely. They're tight at first, but you know, you start with like 3 cards in there. The next day, put a 4th one. Next day, put a 5th one. And after about a week or more, a little over a week, the leather stretches out to where it fits that number of cards just perfectly in there. So I love it. Keep it in my back pocket. Love it. Always have safety glasses on my hat. I'm not one of those guys that thinks safety glasses are dumb, make you look stupid. I wear them even if I don't think I really need them. Your eyes are precious. You do not want to mess around with getting stuff in your eyes. When I'm grinding, I'm wearing safety glasses and a face shield. I double up. And even then, you can still get something that gets in your eye. I've had metal shaving, little piece of metal stuck in my eye before. Had to go to the emergency room. They sprayed numbing stuff in your eye. It hurt like a bitch. And they pulled it out with tweezers and it was okay, but man, that was painful. Safety glasses. I just go to the welding store and get them, ProStar brand, and yeah, gotta wear them. So that's pretty much it. That's what I carry. Oh, watch. I wear a G-Shock 5600. This watch is about $50. I actually put this new band on it. I'm not sure if I like it yet or not. It's like a kind of a stretchy band. I might put the stock one back on. But this is a very durable watch. For the longest time, I would just buy the cheapest watch I could, you know, $10, $15, and because I knew the screen was going to get all messed up with slag and sparks. But I decided I wanted something a little tougher that would last longer, and I bought this. And I also bought a screen protector for it. So it's just like your iPhone, whatever phone you have, screen protector. You stick it on, don't even know it's there, and if it gets messed up, you could peel it off and put a new one on. So yeah, as a welder, your watches are going to get messed up from sparks. They make little divots in the screen, and after a while you can't even read the time anymore. This has been the toughest watch I've ever owned. You know, reaching up under tight spaces, banging your wrist on things. Yeah, I've been really hard on this watch for close to 6 months now, and I love it. It's not huge like some of the G-Shocks. It's a little bit lower profile. I love it. I really, really recommend it. I'm thinking about upgrading to the 5610, which is the same looking watch, but it's solar powered, and a few other little nice goodies. So I might upgrade to that soon, but for $50, this is fantastic. And that's pretty much it. That's how I carry my stuff as a welder. You know, for a while I was carrying washer only knives at work because I figured the metal dust and stuff wouldn't get into the pivot as easily. But now I've kind of just been carrying whatever, because at the end of the day I get the compressed air, I blow out my knife, and it's fine. I haven't really noticed any negative consequences of bearing knives at work. So I just carry whatever and I blow it out at the end of the day. I also wear an apron while I'm fabricating, like a leather apron that covers up my pockets. So that prevents a lot of metal dust from getting inside my pockets. Now, magnets are a no-no. There are some knives nowadays that have magnets in them. Winter Blade Cofactor, maybe some magnet detented knives. I can't carry those at work. It would just collect all of the metal shavings and dust and be a nightmare. The Leatherman Free series also have magnets in them. I can't carry those. So there's that. Aside from that, it's pretty just kind of the stuff that anyone else would carry. But that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like the video. That helps me out a lot. And subscribe if you're not. I'll see you later.